Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do.
Just what to do, just what to do.
If what you're feeling is really true.
Is really true, is it really true?
Just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show. Everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass. Because, guys, 33 and a half years ago, I was a dumbass. But today, 33 and a half years later, through the grace of God, I can honestly say now I'm a smartass. And yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times, and it means donkey, and that's what I was. I'm saying all that to say this. There are a lot of people out there struggling, even with recovery. Addiction, recovery, with health issues. I'm a nutritional health coach. I'm also a recovery coach. All my services to you are free. Please, please reach out. I just want you to know someone is listening. And if you think my book can help someone, because I sure do, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing, BAM, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, www.geripetito.com, and please subscribe to the Geri Petito Show YouTube channel. Now, if you go to my website to order it, you can also order the audio version. Okay, my producer, Ruben Rodriguez from Hamilton Radio and Iron Horse Films, has now been doing audiobooks, but here's the coolest part. It's my voice. Okay, Simon & Schuster wanted to do my book in audio, but they wanted to put someone else's voice to it. I said, no way, it's my passion, it's my story, it had to be me. So if anybody's interested, get in touch with me to get your book on audio. So now, before I introduce my really cool cowboy guest, I am going to give a shout out to a few of my sponsors. Okay, we've got Stormin Norman Selden, 732-245-4777, www.storminnormanselden.com, booking dozens of attractions for concerts and performances on venues of all sizes. He's got from a 5 to 12-piece band, okay? And guys, listen, he brought his keyboard in recently live in studio. He's a monster. He's a beast on keyboards. A lot of people don't know this, but back in the day, he helped get Larry Chance from the Earls started. The song Remember Then, okay? Rest in peace, Larry. He was like family. Love and miss you. Everybody does. And I know you're singing in the heavens. Ken Ryan and Linda Garofalo, The Way It Used to Be, singing songs from the 50s to the 80s, a tribute show to the greatest music and voices of all time. And Ken also sings Elvis for me, baby. Thank you very much. And I want to give a shout out to both of them because they do incredible fundraisers. They're two beautiful people. John Bishop, a.k.a. Johnny B., singer-songwriter, host of the Entertainment Luncheon South, a nonprofit network created for the creative. He's also the partner in the Joey D. and Johnny B. Rockin' Oldies band. I want to give a huge shout-out to him and his wife, Linny, because they put on this luncheon once a month. It's by invite only. If you tell them you know me, they might let you in, or they might kick you out. I'm not sure. But the lunch is only $20. You get a really cool, great lunch, and you get incredible entertainment, okay? And they don't keep a penny of that, not a penny of it. They're two beautiful people. Then I want to give a shout out to Michael Zanman, singer, entertainer, performer, www.mzanman.com. So he is such a cool singer, and he's so much fun, and he'll say that I got him to get like out of the closet with all this because he used to sing and stopped. He's amazing. And recently, I want to tell you this cute little story. Recently, he put out on Facebook Mel Carter's song that he was singing, okay, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. And he's like, Jer, what do you think? And so I, of course, sent it to my buddy Mel. And Mel was like, it's great. So I tell Zan, I had to send it to my friend Mel Carter, and guess what? He said it was great. I get Zan on a three-way with Mel Carter the next day, and Mel Carter told him personally that he did a great job with his song. Come on now, isn't that amazing? Michael was on cloud nine. He couldn't breathe, guys. Then we've got John Manforto, the man of many faces, singer, actor, celebrity impersonator, and tribute artist. So I gave John the title The Man of Many Faces, but he was given the title by a former Philadelphia mayor as the official Philadelphia Rocky impersonator. John Manforto is Rocky. Guys, he does about 30 different impressions, and let me tell you, he becomes that character. He is unbelievable, all right? And my three favorites, of course, Rocky, The Godfather, and Elvis, baby. www.johnmanforto.com. And last but certainly not least, Michael D'Amore, singer, songwriter, performer, entertainer, www.michaeldamore.com. So if you haven't heard him, please check him out. Go on Facebook, go on YouTube. You know, I don't usually say things like this about singers, but, you know, I put Elvis up here all alone. Elvis is up here, and that is it, and nobody can touch Elvis. I got to tell you, Michael's getting pretty close to Elvis. Michael is that ridiculously good. He could sing anything. Unreal. Check him out, Michael D'Amore. I had the honor of emceeing at Letty's the last couple of years for Michael Zanman, opening up for Michael D'Amore, and then we added John Manforto into the mix last year, so it was really cool. All right, so now, without further ado, I am here to introduce my really cool guest, Brent Beaudeaux. Okay? I wanted to say his name perfectly, Brent Beaudeaux. Okay? He is a singer-songwriter, classic country star. How was that? Did I do it good?
You did wonderful. You did wonderful.
Okay, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Good to be with you, and I'm looking forward to spending some time with y'all, so let's do it.
First of all, I love the cowboy hat. You know, I always wanted a cowboy, baby. And I love the accent, all right? And I love your songs, your music. You're incredible. So, all right, I'm going to give you the mic first. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself with what you're doing now, and then we'll
Okay.
go backwards.
All right. Well, what I am doing now is, actually, next week, the 15th through the 20th, I'll actually be in Nashville doing a new album.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about who I'm doing the album with. And I am a local entertainer here in Texas and Southwest Louisiana.
Okay.
I play at different venues, some restaurants and some bars, and get out there and I do I also have a Facebook page. That's my name. And I do a live on Facebook at least once a week, and TikTok also. So, you know, I'm getting out there and doing different things, and, that's basically what's happening now. I can name you the places of where I play, but you're way up there and I'm way down here. You'll have no idea where they are.
So wait, let's give a shout out to who introduced us. Tell everyone. Caden.
Caden Gordon, yes.
Yep. He's amazing. This young man, the hardest working young guy out there in the business. He's amazing. We love you, Caden.
I was very surprised when I found out how young he is, because he's got a lot going on to be such a young man.
Yes.
And I told him, I said, man, you must have a heck of a mind to you. He said, well, I try to keep it untwisted, so.
And listen, let me tell you how incredible he is. He even called me today to make sure we were all good. Okay?
Good.
He's amazing.
Good. He's a very nice person.
Yeah, and he's doing incredible awards, and he's going all over the place, and I love you, Caden. So now, I want to go back in time a little bit, all right? So you're a classic country singer-songwriter. For people that don't understand the differences between, country pop, just regular country, country soul, classic country, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, for me, country music has gotten completely out of its lane, and that's just me. But my personal opinion, you asked for that. I think that classic country music is classic country music such as Merle Haggard, George Jones, Conway Twitty, Randy Travis, Charlie Pride,
Oh,
and the list goes on and on.
yeah,
Yeah,
Conway Twitty, baby.
Conway Twitty's,
Ah,
yeah, Conway sang to the ladies, and Brent tries his best. So,
Conway
uh,
Twitty, baby. Go ahead, talk.
and when I write a country song, I don't mean to say I copy those guys because I don't. And I'm not nearly their category, but I write what I think classic country when I write a country song. George Jones had an interview before he passed away. I'm sure years before he passed away with
Okay, yeah.
one of the guys in Nashville, and he said, "I don't have nothing against country music today. Those guys are really great doing what they do, but there's a lane, and uh, they pretty much put classic country music out of the lane
Okay.
and accepted all this stuff that's going on today, which is out there and it's doing its thing, But I prefer to stick to the root of country music,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
classic country music.
So when I was younger, and I mean, I don't mind, I say my age, I don't care about that, because I always say I was born too late. I'm 63. I was born in 1961, and I'm an old soul because my music is oldies, Elvis, and doo-wop. So, but when,
Sure.
and it's still going on. It's amazing, right? But
Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
but when I was really young, I grew up in Long Island City, New York. I didn't love country music, but I was young. But as I was getting older, and I love it.
Sure.
But I love it all. I do love even like, what they've done with the differences in all of it. I love it all. But I get what you're saying, of course, especially from a country singer. When you were growing up, okay, who were some of your influences other than who you've mentioned? Like, was there anyone in particular that you said, this is the guy or this is the lady?
Well, when I was younger, as you're saying, and I don't mind saying my age, I'm 66 years old.
Okay.
I I was actually introduced to uh, a Merle Haggard 8-track tape, actually.
Oh, yes,
So,
the 8 tracks, honey.
yeah, the best of Merle Haggard. And, I listened to that, and I was an Alice Cooper guy. I was into all this other stuff.
You liked
And
Alice Cooper?
yes, I did.
Oh,
Back
my
then.
God.
Back then, I did, and so different performers like that. But I thought Black Sabbath was cool. I love the Eagles and all the Doobie Brothers and that's classic rock.
Okay.
Rock.
Yeah.
But my biggest influence as far as music, I'll have to say, is Merle Haggard, and of course George Jones and Conway Twitty. I think those
Oh,
three guys
okay.
had not stayed consecutive with their music. I don't really know what country music would have whirled around to be today, or back. I think that I'm very proud, and you should be also, that and probably going to get a lot of booze off of this, but I think we grew up in the best era of music ever, including Elvis Presley and those guys, because to me, there's just nothing out there today that sounds like that.
So, again, now see, you just have 3 years on me. So, even those 3 years, like all this great music, the oldies and Elvis and all that was like out way before, like I was even born. And then so I agree with you 100%, but I always wish I was a little bit older that I got to really hang out with them.
Yeah,
I always wish that. But yes, yes, I get what you're saying. Absolutely. So now I have a question I'm not sure you'll even be able to answer because a lot of people can't. Some do. We all grow up with that one song, okay, that just resonates with us. It's our song. We hear it, we go crazy. Do you have that?
I do.
Okay. What is it?
Mama Tried. Mama Tried by Merle Haggard.
Oh, my gosh. So, okay, you have it. Yes, that's so cool. All right.
Yeah, that's just every time I start a show, used to, I would start it with that, and that song just says a whole lot to me. Not necessarily about me, because I didn't spend 21 years. I didn't turn 21 in prison and all that, but
That's right.
just the song itself, to know that Haggard went through all that, and to write about it, and a whole lot of other stuff that he went through. So, Mama Tried would be one of my favorite songs.
Well, that might have helped you stay out of jail, honey.
May have.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So let's give everybody a little treat and let's play one of our 3 songs today, and then we're going to have you talk about it.
Great.
Oh Lord, it's raining and it keeps bringing the blues back to me. It's all over now between you and me. Although I'm trying to keep from crying, 'cause there's nothing left to say. For me it's just the blues again today. You controlled me, tried to mold me into someone I'd never be. It was always your way. Don't you see? True love is caring, true love is sharing, but with you that will never be. For me it's just the blues again today. I thought you loved me, no one above me. That's how you were with me. Hand in hand, we would always be. But with him, you have shown me your heart has gone astray. For me, it's just the blues again today. Oh, for me, it's just the blues again today.
All right. That was beautiful. Tell everybody about that song and the title and what made you write it.
Pretty solid country song right there. That's what I'm talking about writing traditional country, because that's traditional country. The name of that song is Blues Again Today. The song was actually written by myself and a friend of mine named Louise Reasoner, who has passed away since then.
Okay.
And just sitting around her house one day, and she came up with the idea, and I kind of wrote it out, and then we went in and reneged a few things around. So, yeah, Blues Again Today is just about a relationship where he didn't think that he didn't get what he bargained for. You know, everything was her way. Everything was a controlled situation, and blah, 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 and this and that. And sometimes you have to live those kind of things to write about them, unfortunately, right? So that's what that song is about, and that's how that song came about. And Louise, I got to give some credit to Louise Reasoner on that song. Like I said, she's passed away now, and we were just very good friends. And she was an elderly lady, actually, and she just loved the way I sang. She come and listen to me at a casino one night,
Oh,
and she said, "I just love the way you sing," and she wanted to take me to Nashville and do some songs, and that's one of the songs that she and I wrote, and there's another one on there that she and I wrote, and then she said, "We'll do 2 of ours, we'll do 2 of yours." So that's what we did. On that recording, that was done in Nashville, and Henderson, I think. Um, Never was actually proved to me, but I think that I was told that's Vern Goslin's steel guitar player, drummer, and guitar player in that. They were there in the studio, I guess, earning more extra money that day. And so they laid those tracks down for me.
Very cool, and may she rest in peace. Beautiful, absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. So you know the joke, I'm sure. You know, if you play a country song backwards, you get everything back: your house, your kid, your cat, your
Right.
pet, right? All of that, right?
Right. That's the saying.
It's the saying, right? Because you just said like you have to live these things, and then you'll know, putting them to words and all that kind of stuff, and that's really cool. So I have a question. So when you were growing up, when did you start singing? What
Okay.
instruments do you play, and when did you start writing songs?
Okay. I play rhythm guitar. I'm not a
Guitar.
real I'm not a real flashy guitar player, but I play rhythm guitar, and I mostly started doing that because I grew up with an old boy that's just since we were in the fourth grade, we were best of friends. He's passed away about 2 years ago, this past May or March, and his name is John Simon from Benton, Louisiana,
Okay.
and he come from a very musically inclined family, and I did too on my mother's side. So we just started hanging out one day and we started playing guitars probably when we were like 13, 14 years old.
Okay.
And I actually wrote my first song when I was like 16.
Okay.
And, we, it was, I was laying on, I'll never forget, I was laying on my mother's living room floor, just started writing out. So, yeah.
So
So very young age, I learned how to, what I feel like is writing good songs and playing a little rhythm guitar to kind of put a tune in your head so you could write the song out.
oh, I love
So,
the way you say guitar, but go ahead.
guitar, okay. Uh, and right now, oh, Arms of Love is, I was trying to remember the name of the song. It's called Arms of Love. So that's the first song I ever really wrote in my life.
Oh,
So,
very cool. So now, all right, so now let me ask you this. What usually comes first for you? Because I'm a writer, I'm a poet, and I ask a lot of musicians this question. What usually comes first for you, or is it a mixture, the words or the lyrics?
it's probably the words. I
Okay.
can be driving somewhere, just anywhere, and uh, good thing I have this phone because I go to my notes, and as I'm driving, I'll just speak out what's on my mind. Then I'll go back later and listen to that and try to piece together the words to a song. And I've done that several times, but mostly I have to be honest with you, just sitting around. Sometimes it just rolls off my tongue. It's just and uh, that's just how it happens. I've been told a lot of times that that's a real special talent to have because a lot of well, not many people can do that. I guess. I mean, if you're a professional songwriter, I guess you can, but I don't really give it a lot of thought. I'm just thinking of something in my mind, like a song I wrote called "Burning Bridges."
Okay.
"Burning Bridges" is a song that I just wrote out one night, and it was a weird situation because my aunt was actually in the funeral home. She had passed away, and I went
Okay.
and paid my respects and stuff like that, and went home. And "Burning Bridges" come out on paper, and it has nothing to do with her. It's just I don't know if you have that, so I won't elaborate a whole lot about it, but uh, it's just weird like that. Like we were sitting around one time, my brother-in-law and I were playing guitars and just hanging out and what we call living room musicians, and he started playing a melody that he had made up in his mind a couple of days before, and I liked it a whole lot. So I started singing "Wrong Road," a song I wrote called "Wrong Road," and he told my sister, he said, "Grab you a pen and paper. He's fixing to write a song," and she used shorthand back then. I don't know. I don't even know if that still exists.
Yeah, I don't know if it exists. I hated it, but go ahead.
I did too. That's why I didn't know how to do it.
uh,
But she did. She wrote out what I was singing, and then she wrote it out in English for a lack of a more
yeah.
educated word. And and I looked at it. I said, "I sung that." She said, "You sung that." So we, wrong road was born just like that. So it just sometimes happens, just depending on what kind of mood I'm in, what I'm thinking about, and that type of thing, and it just happens. So,
It's so funny you mentioned that you use your smartphone to talk into it. I still don't do that. I have to keep a pad and a pen with me. And I remember pulling over on the side of the road really quick because something popped into my head for a poem. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to write that down before I forget. And I hand wrote it.
right. Well, I just find that to be very convenient, and a lot of
Yeah.
times I'm going to where I need to
Yeah.
be. So that's what we got it for,
Yeah,
right?
my daughter yells at me. She's like, Mom, use that. I'm like, no, no, no. So, all right, now, did you ever take singing lessons or guitar lessons?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Everything I do is just
Self-taught.
just a natural talent.
Very cool, man. See, that's the talent God gave you.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I'm going to be reading a poem through this interview, a poem I wrote in my book called Utilizing Gifts and Talents, because everyone was given a gift from God. And you were given this beautiful gift.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So, all right. So now, producer, let's play a second song and then we'll have you talk about it.
Okay.
Burning bridges, watching them fall. Burning bridges, you don't stand so tall. Never looking back, finally on the right track, 'cause I'm burning bridges all around you. People say, man, get a life. Go on out there and see the sights. You know you did your best. Boy, you're gonna kill yourself. So I'm out walking streets tonight, watching flames slowly ignite. And I'm burning bridges, watching them fall. Burning bridges, you don't stand so tall. Never looking back, finally on the right track. And I'm burning bridges all around you. Well, I knew I could do it, but I had some doubt. Hey, there's really nothing to it. Once you figured it out, I needed someone warm to hold, warm body, heart, and soul. I got that girl, how about you? Now I know what I've gotta do. And I'm burning bridges, watching them fall. Burning bridges, you don't stand so tall. Never looking back, finally on the right track, 'cause I'm burning bridges all around you. Burning bridges, watching them fall. Burning bridges, you don't stand so tall. Never looking back, finally on the right track, 'cause I'm burning bridges all around you. Yes, I'm burning bridges all around you.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very good studio musicians right there.
Very good studio position.
Musicians.
Oh, musicians. Okay.
Yeah, the guys who played on that. They could have traded licks on the end of that song all day long. And never played the same thing twice.
That was great. Yeah.
That's very good. Very good. That song, as I was telling you, I
Right.
wrote it when I came home from visiting my aunt's funeral home. But the reason that song was written, and I thought about that, and I guess seeing her laying there and all the things that she went through her life some of them wasn't very pleasant, and I'm just talking about a really hard life. So I was going through a divorce, and I had met a very beautiful lady that I married, and after my divorce, and so I thought about that, and I thought, it's time to burn some bridges, let some things go.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying when I said, well, I knew I could do it, but I had some doubt. There's really nothing to it once you figured it out. I needed someone warm to hold, warm body, heart, and soul. That was my new fiance. And now I know what I got to do. I got to burn all that other stuff and leave it behind me. So that's how that song came about in my mind, and wrote it out on paper, and there you go. Burning Bridges was born.
So, about how many songs have you written?
I actually have here at the house around 30 songs that
Okay.
possibly no one will ever hear, because now I'm at the age to where, I'm not saying I'm going to die tomorrow or anything like that, but I can only afford to track so many. Like I'm going to Nashville, like I told you, the 15th, and I'm doing a 6-song track this time, all original material. 2 of them is going to be gospel that I'm very proud of. Because
Oh, beautiful.
I
Yeah.
write gospel songs every now and then. One of them is called "Stand There and Cry,"
Oh, wow.
and the other one is called "You Decide." Heaven or hell, it's your choice. You decide.
Right.
So, and of course, my country song is going to be on there. There's a song on there called "Where Are You Now?" It's a song I wrote in 1990, I think September of 1993,
Okay.
because I lost a 9-year-old son to cancer,
Oh, I am so sorry to hear that.
July of 1993.
Oh,
So,
my goodness.
I wrote that song, "Where Are You Now?" And I'm going to do that song finally on this new album. So, yeah,
Well, God bless you.
thank you.
Wow. Okay. So now, oh wow, I'm just sorry to hear that. My granddaughter's 9. My
And I
grandson's
won't tell you the
23.
rest.
Well, just sorry. So now, I lost my train of thought when you said I apologize, but
I'm sorry.
no. You're feel free to say anything you want. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Feel free to say anything you want. So
Thank
now, so let me ask you something. So you have about 30 in your home that you haven't recorded.
Right.
About how many have you recorded?
Well, there's a 10-song album out right now on YouTube. All the songs on there I wrote.
Okay.
And there's, before that, there's the song I was telling you about earlier, "Arms of Love."
Yeah.
And the flip side of that is called "Snap Your Fingers."
Okay.
And that was done in 1980, actually, on a 45. So, yeah, and that's the very first recording I ever did. And, you're talking about a bunch of just good old boy living room musicians got together and went to the studio and recorded a record, That brother-in-law I told you about, that my best buddy John Sam was a drummer. His brother-in-law, Greg Lejeune, played bass guitar on it. Some guy from Lake Charles that I know, but not personally, his name A.C. Beal. He played steel guitar on it. And a keyboard player came in and put some tracks on it that I never met. So, and, I did the vocals and the rhythm guitar. So yeah, there's about, I guess I've recorded out there. There's about 12.
Okay, cool. So now I have a question for you. Do you ever sing a cappella?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. Please don't say no.
Okay.
Can you give me a little bit, 30 seconds, a minute, I don't care, of one of your gospel songs?
One of my gospel songs? Sure.
Okay,
This is a song called Stand There and Cry.
okay.
And I'm going to do it on this new album. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting this, but I'll do it for you.
Okay, thank you.
It starts out with, what would you do? Where would you go if suddenly you knew it's too late for your soul? You looked around and people began to rise, but all that you could do is stand there and cry. The eastern skies had parted, and there all alone stood a man named Jesus. The trumpet had blown. You looked around, and then you realized that all you could do is stand there and cry.
That was beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Absolutely beautiful. I love gospel music. Thank
I
you
won't
for
get
that.
into the chorus part of it, but that's
Thank
the
you.
verse of it.
Very beautiful. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very
So,
much.
phew. All right, so producer, let's play our third and final song, and then we'll have you talk about it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Time after time, I've tried to change my mind on how you feel about me. But the longer it goes, the more I know I've got to believe what I see. My eyes see the real you, but my heart tells me it's not true. Which one do I believe? Should I stay or should I leave? Start over where this one ends, and overlook this again. Which one do I believe? Should I stay or should I leave? When we love, we really do it right. But I feel a chill most every night. There's something here that just ain't right. We lay here side by side. You face the wall while I face my pride, waiting for you to go to sleep so you don't hear me cry. My eyes see the real you, but my heart tells me it's not true. Which one do I believe? Should I stay or should I leave? Start over where this one ends, and I overlook this again. Which one do I believe? Should I stay or should I
That was beautiful. Tell us about that song.
That song is titled, of course, "Should I Stay or Should I Leave?" Um, it came a long time in my life when I was trying to make a decision, and talking about the divorce again.
Yep.
And I was very heartbroken over that, and there was a lot of different issues going on, very emotional, and I wind up with sole custody of my children and all that, out of all that. But um, the song came to me when I was just thinking about, what do I do? Should I stay or should I leave? I decided to stay for my children, and she left. So uh, the song is very real to my life, in my life, and you know, it's like it said, we lay here side by side. You face the wall while I face my pride, waiting for you to go to sleep so you don't hear me cry. The way I wrote that, a lot of people say, it's hard for a man to admit that, but you spilled it out in a song. Um, so yes, the song is very real in my lifetime, and I think it's a very good song. Matter of fact, I have people tell me a lot that probably one of their favorites. It's one of my favorites also.
Yeah,
So,
I actually love it.
thank
Yes.
you, thank you
I
very
love
much.
it. Wow.
That's the type of stuff I try to stick to. I mean, I write fast songs too, not a whole lot. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I have stuff like uh, "There Stands the Bottle" and why does pain follow me, and "Where Are You Now," and just different songs that I've written through the years that I hope to get on track. I really do. Even if I have to go in the studio and just do simple tracks to them, because my goal in life now is, because I'm 66 years old now, right? And I know how. I say I know. I think I know how Nashville is these days. Even New York or even California, they just don't accept people my age. So uh, my goal in life is to get these songs out and to put a couple of awards on my mantle. So not for people to say, "Hey, look at big time Brent." No, it's for my grandchildren. I want
Yes.
to leave. I want to leave something for my grandchildren and my great grandchildren, where their my grandchildren can tell them, "Hey, this was your great grandpa, and
Yes.
we're gonna respect this." Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, and my dream has always been, because see, I'm from Benton, Louisiana. I'm actually from Louisiana.
Okay.
That's where you get the accent from. And I've always dreamed of, like, going back to my hometown and seeing a sign that says, "Welcome to the home of Brent Beaudeaux, country music entertainer."
Now that would be cool.
That would just make me feel so proud that
Okay.
it would, that Benton got
Yes.
recognized for something like that.
That
I
is so
really,
cool.
it probably never happened, but
Listen, you
it,
don't know, because let me tell you something. You know who Willie Winfield was, right? From back in the day. I mean, I got to actually meet and hug this guy, okay, before he died. He died in his 90s, and I got to be very close with his family. And
cool.
they got the street name that they lived on, Willie Winfield Way, and it just happened a year ago.
Right, cool, okay,
So it
all
can
right.
happen, baby. You might,
It
listen,
happened,
you might be
baby.
gone, but honey, it could happen.
Cool.
Okay?
I would like to see that happen.
Very cool.
And I
So,
need to win a couple of Josie Awards, or actually CMA Awards, but I'm sure that's not going to happen.
so do you sell your music? Can people like buy it?
Okay, it's on YouTube.
Let everybody know.
You just go and type in my name, Brent, BrentBeaudeaux, and it'll come up. Or you can simply, if you have an iPhone, you can just ask Siri to play uh, Brent Beaudeaux music, and she'll say Brent's Country playing now, because that's what it's called, Brent's Country. And there's 10 songs on there. Those songs you just heard is actually on there. Um, and also, uh, you can go to Spotify or iHeartRadio or Amazon. I think Amazon. I'm not real sure. Different places like that. So I can sell albums out of my and you go to my email, which is country COUNTRYB as in Brent 61458, which is my birthday, at AOL.com.
Okay.
And what you do is you send me $20 through the mail with your return address, and I'll send you a CD. Just that simple.
That's beautiful. Okay.
So
So now I would like to read this poem out of my book.
I would like to hear it.
Okay. So, guys, I wrote this for people who are doubting, have self-doubt. They're doubting their worth. They feel like they have nothing to offer. And I'm here to tell you, we all have something to offer. So God didn't just say, oh, Brent, you're special to me, so I'm going to give you this great talent. Jer, I'm going to let you write poems. No. We're all given a gift. And I don't care if you're a sanitation worker. My cousin was. We need sanitation workers. Are you kidding me? Thank you, God, for sanitation workers, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, and the girls that clean my home, I love them. Are you kidding me? Like, we need anything. So whatever your gift or talent is, please utilize it. Figure out what it is and do it, okay? So if that's you, listen to every word of this poem. Okay. Utilizing gifts and talents. We are born with talents, we are born with drive, with different gifts to help us thrive. I knew early on I was born to draw and paint, to also write poetry, and to talk without restraint. Our gifts and talents should all be used, God's gift to us, not be abused. We can go far in life for sure, using our gifts to go on tour, like this guy does. All our talents should be used to create ourselves and more, but then our job's to share them, to even up the score. You see, in life, what's needed is not just for ourselves. Once our gifts are mastered, take them off the shelves. A living we can make by spreading them around, not just for the money, but to spread a peaceful sound. So don't take for granted the gifts you're given. Go out and spread the joy. Our gifts are not to be held back for us to self-destroy. Put your efforts forth. Do not hesitate. All your talents, my friend, are never second rate. Never hold them back or you will surely die. Maybe not in body, but your soul will cry. Our gifts were made to share, our talents made to soar. Go through life enlightened, and then you can roar. Be proud of who you are. Be happy you're alive. Once again, my friend, your gifts will help you thrive. By putting efforts forth, not keeping them at bay, your name, Brent Beaudeaux, your name will live forever, baby, forever and a day. So go through life excited for what you sure can give. To yourself and others is our reason to live. Our grave will be quite lonely, but our legacy lives on. So make sure people smile with the breaking dawn. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're making people smile.
That's a great poem. I really like that a lot.
Thank you. And that's what you're doing. You're leaving a legacy. And you just said out of your own mouth, you know, that you want your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren to know. I mean, that's what you're doing. So that's amazing.
That's my goal. So, yes.
Okay. So, all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we have a few minutes left. I want to first say my thank yous to you for honoring me with this incredible interview. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Personally and musically, okay? Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
But I want to give you the mic. I don't want you to say, oh, I forgot to talk about this. You have time. You know, so the mic is yours. Say whatever it is you'd like to say.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you. You have a very, very, very nice personality, and I enjoy talking to you. You have a very kind voice. You're easy to talk to. So, but about myself, you know, a lot of times people don't realize what people go through in their personal life. So, you know, I always try to greet everyone with a smile. A lot of people say, man, you know, how do you, I mean, you've been through so much in your lifetime, and I have. You know, I told you about my little 9-year-old boy dying in 93, and I had a 1-day-old daughter die in 95. Exactly 2 years to the day of the burial of my little boy.
Oh, my gosh.
And then my wife died August the 17th of 2021.
Wait, your new wife?
Yes. Yeah. Well, we were married for 22 years, together 28 years.
Okay.
So the one that's mentioned in the song, yes. There's a song on there on my YouTube page. It's called Ladies Like You. That song was dedicated to her. And you'll have to listen to that to understand why.
Okay.
And my wife died August the 17th of 2021, and then my 44-year-old daughter died March the 7th of 2022, 7 months later. So when you look at someone, don't judge an opinion. Don't think that, well, he's not very friendly, or something like that. I may not have nothing to say at the time, but I am very outgoing person. I'm a people person. I love people. And my answer to how do I keep going and how do I keep my faith is because of the good Lord above.
That's right.
And I want everyone to know that, last Easter when I went out to the graveyard and I kind of videoed a little video and I was telling fathers and grandfathers and brothers and everyone that this is a piece of real estate you don't want. This is a piece of real estate you don't want. So always greet your family, your children, and your wife as special as they are to you, because one day you may not be able to do that. So.
First of all, I didn't expect you to say all that. I can't even imagine walking in your shoes, and here you are still making music. So, I've said this a ton of times, especially over the last few years of hell that we've all gone through, right?
Right.
Music saves lives.
Right.
And it saved yours, and God has not left you, and
No.
you haven't left him.
I stepped out of music for 22 years to when I was married, and she didn't make me do that. That was just a choice I knew I had to make, because sometimes in our life we don't know how to act totally,
Okay.
So, but when she passed away, I went back into music in
Good.
March of 2022,
Okay.
and then my daughter passed away. But I have to continue to do what I do to live.
That's right.
It's what I have. I have beautiful grandchildren and all that, and I love them to death, and they love me also as well. But if I didn't have music, I think I would be in a hole somewhere.
Yes.
Just kind of curled up like a puppy wet in the cold, And so yeah, music keeps me, energizes me, and keeps me going. So
Well, Brent,
I'm out there trying, Miss Jerry.
listen, never stop. Okay? God's got this. And, what you're doing is incredible. And I feel even more honored now to know you based on your circumstances, and here you still are. So
Yeah.
I thank God for you. Okay?
Thank
So God bless you. I'm always here. My door's always open. And again, shout out to Caden. I love you, man. Brent,
Thank you, Kate.
never stop. Okay? Continue
No,
on.
no, I'm not. But again, I want people to know that they can go to YouTube,
Yep.
just type in my name, or if you have an iPhone, just simply ask Siri to play Brent Beaudeaux music, and she'll say Brent's Country Now playing, and get out there and listen to because I'm surprised that when I go back and I look at that, there's not a whole lot of views, and if you like country music, you're gonna like this stuff. I mean, you almost have to, because if you like country music, some of the stuff you heard.
Right.
So, yeah. And also you can follow me on my Facebook page, which is my name, BrentBeauDaux. I do lives at least once a week.
Yep.
I did one last night, and it stays on there for 30 days.
Yes, but wait, it could stay forever. You'll get a notification, and it'll say your video is going to be deleted, you're live, and
Right.
you can say don't delete.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, and I get anywhere from, like this morning when I did my live last night, I got 1,100 views already. So
Very cool.
I get up to 4,000, sometimes 4,200. So people out there are listening. I just need a wider band.
That's very cool.
So, but thank you very much. You're very, very sweet, and I enjoyed my time with you.
I enjoyed my time with you as well. Wow. Producer, take us out.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do.
Just what to do, just what to do.
If what you're feeling is really true.
Is it really true? Is it really true?
Just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.